Hey, Diane here. Always feel motivated after I leave the gym, like just really pumped up, and I always listen to really uplifting podcasts or uplifting music or something. And I love this. It's so cool. This was my mom's, and it's really not like her at all. And I feel like she bought this for me. She's passed now, but I just feel like it's such good energy of like just being, it just feels really like being empowered and strong, which is, going to the gym and lifting weights, so it's very cool. But the point of me wanting to talk here is I'm getting this vision, and you can let me know if any of you feel this way. Like, did you ever feel like 2 steps forward, 1 step back? And I mean, I'm sure you have, because there's songs about it, so it's not just an anomaly. But I got this vision that I'm kind of like a squid. I know this sounds kind of kooky, but I'm like a squid. Like, I get such empowered energy to, like, it's how I feel when I release a podcast. I'm like, oh, that felt so good. It was just like whoosh. It's like this powerful force coming through me that is really from God in my mind. It's like the Holy Spirit is like whoosh. Or even like little videos that I create like this. It's just like whoosh. And then I'm creating some other projects and stuff. And as I complete like different phases of it, it's just like this, it's like that squid that just like whooshes and fly and glides through the ocean. And it feels so good. And it's just like I'm connected with God. I'm doing His will for me. I'm moving along. And there's a but here, right? Then I feel what happens is after, maybe it depends. It could be a few hours that day. It could be the next day. But shortly after I release that whoosh, I feel like I'm being pulled and drowned with my own thoughts. I'm thinking it is. It's just like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you recorded a video with a hat on. Or, oh my goodness, look, you only have, 12 views or only 20 views. Like, pff, you're not getting anywhere, sister. What's going on? And oh, I just don't want that energy in my life anymore. And I feel like when I do that, it's this whoosh of like Holy Spirit power force that can create worlds. We all have it, right? It's in all of us, this power that creates worlds, that when we collaborate with God, it's that whoosh. And then in my own strength, I take it away. And like what God was showing me is, just think of like a dandelion, after it's the yellow flower, and then it becomes like the, all the little seeds and stuff. So just imagine that whoosh is us, me. If you vibe with this, it's us. It's like, oh my gosh, it's even like breath. Oh, I'm really getting this. It's a release of all of that seeds. It's a release. It's a breath. It's blowing out of all those seeds that, God put in us, and just release that. And then what happens energetically with this negative self-talk and with these doubts and all that kind of stuff, it's like I put up cardboard and prevent the seeds from blowing anywhere. It's like I hurry up and put up blockades and barriers, and maybe I might have hundreds of thousands of views, but I'm blocking it energetically with how I'm feeling about it, how I'm thinking about it. And you may think, come on, Diane, you don't have that kind of control. You just don't have a wide reach yet. You're screwed. And that's the thoughts that I have in my head. But I'm like, no, I am going to play with this until I feel connected. And what I feel like, even if I only have 100 people that are in this with me and working on this and collaborating with God, I feel it. Oh yeah. I don't need to be this, influencer thing. This is just me releasing. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's going out there and it's hitting the hearts and going so doggone deep with the 20 people that it's changing worlds, and it's creating that whoosh in them. And I'm just trying to measure it because I'm still like a salesperson in my own mind. I'm trying to do this in my own ego and my own strength. So I don't know. I'm like having a whole new way of thinking about this even as I'm talking about it. But I do feel like there is definitely something there with me getting into that negative mindset, that energetically in my spirit, it's like that push and then pulling back. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, because, that is what we're taught. That is the matrixy mind, if you want to think of it that way, or that's the generational curses that we have. That's the way of thinking about it. But I really feel like God is just like, okay, you're going to glide and then you're going to rest. I mean, that's what you do, right? You glide, you rest. You feel into it, you celebrate, you rejoice, you feel, one with spirit, and then you just rest and you're like, okay, what's next? And then you glide. And so where I'm going with this is I just want to stop the part where I glide. What happens is, if you think about it, in the water, when you use force and push forward, just thinking about this, this squid that's like pushing, the force of the water doesn't stop. It doesn't work like that. In what I'm feeling like water is kind of like flow and energy. Even though the squid or myself stops, that force, it continues to bubble and trickle and just move on ahead. That's the part that I don't want to stop with my energetic negativity, with my energetic, this isn't going to work. I don't want to do that. I want to celebrate. While I'm resting, I want to just be in a place of gratitude that, yes, God, this is getting to everyone that you intended. Yes, God, this is exactly what you wanted me to share. Yes, God, I'm being obedient. Yes, God, I am, you are looking at me like, well done, faithful servant. Like, yes, we are working on this together. You are my child. I love you. You have special gifts and talents that I want you to share, and just trust in me. And I mean, goodness gracious, that's my premise for all of the books that I have written, at least the ones that I considered children's books, but they're really childlike books, not just children's books. But the whole premise is we are divinely loved by God. We have special gifts and talents, and we lean on Him and we trust Him. And so I think what's happening is I'm getting the first 2, but the last one, I'm trying to take it back with my ego or judging it. I'm going to stop that. So anyway, thanks for processing with me. Hope this helps. Connect with Download with Diane. Check out my podcast on Spotify and Rumble. And yeah, money blessings.